All right, here we are with another Woods Report. And we are doing a mukbang on Dr. Michelle Vaughn.
She baked it this time.
Baked spaghetti. Mm-hmm. Is that you putting your stuff on there too, or you?
I'm gonna wait and not put this on.
All right, everybody relax.
Be fair on what it tastes like.
Okay, everybody calm down.
Anything,
all right, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down.
We add like cheese.
Right. Okay, so here we are. We are doing the first taste of Dr. Michelle Vaughn's baked spaghetti.
I think she started on the top with the meat on the
Oh,
top.
yeah. What did she tell you? Go ahead.
The little bit she told me, she did cook the meat on the top, and then she put it all in the little dish, I guess, and baked it so the cheese and all of that melt together.
Okay. All right. So here we go. First test of Dr. Michelle Vaughn's baked spaghetti. This is her first time making it, right?
Well, baking it, I guess.
Okay, so right off, it's over seasoned a little bit for me, but for you, you might like it.
Same here.
Okay. I do like this. I like the spaghetti. I like the meat. I like the sauce. I like the spice. I just think it's a little over seasoned.
And maybe that's with the meat. You think the meat was probably seasoned?
Oh.
So less on the season for the meat. If that's what you did, if you cook the meat on the top, you probably seasoned it a little bit, salt, whatever.
So less seasoning on the meat.
The cheese is nice.
It's good. It's just a little over seasoned for me.
Right.
But we could be just getting old.
Yeah, because salt bothers me now.
So we could just be old people eating now. Old people, they don't put salt on nothing. So when you put a little bit of salt on something with old people, they get mad.
I would say for me, more cheese.
Oh.
I love cheese. So, not to tell you what it would do to me later, but I like cheese. Can't have too much cheese.
So what's going on in the news while we do our mukbang, while we eat Dr. Michelle Vaughn's spaghetti? What can we talk about?
Kim, you pretty much find out stuff before I do, even though I watch the news every day. But it's funny. Sometimes you don't know about people or know who they are until they've done something bad in the news or been accused of something.
So who's been...
So that Travis guy. My mom and I, we're like old school. We really... And my mama had to remind... After I found out that he's connected with the Jenner girl, with the Kardashian family, that my mom started thinking, oh, that's him. Because she watches the Kardashians, so she remembers...
I don't think he was on there.
I thought it was a glimpse of Jenner and him with the baby or something.
Oh, okay. I don't watch it,
so I don't know. But I had to remind her that he's connected with that family. So we didn't know about him until the news came out about the concert they had in Houston, which was really, it's really sad.
So here's my take. First of all, before we even get into the concert and all of that, why are you having a concert with over 50,000 some people during COVID? Now, I did see on YouTube, they said that you were supposed to be tested.
Oh, really?
So maybe it was like the thing in Chicago.
Lollapalooza.
Right.
Something like that.
But the difference with this is Travis, he tells his people, knock down barricades and stuff. Ooh. So if they was trying to test folk or whatever, it was people jumping fences and everything to get up in there.
Okay.
So you already know what type of crowd is coming. You should be prepared for that type of crowd. That's how I feel.
But I'm thinking even in preparing, if you know his history, now I had to Google and find out, because a lot of times you got to be careful what you hear on the news. Because they even said it was some cop that got stuck with a needle. And
he never did his stuff.
Never did.
See, I'm careful on that. Y'all be careful. Remember, and I know y'all hate when I throw race in, but Travis Scott is black. I'm just saying. I always throw that in there. Because they quick to cancel. You know what I'm saying? And you can probably find 100 concerts where people was passing out and getting their head stepped on at rock concerts.
Oh, no.
So I'm just saying. That doesn't take away from the fact that they didn't do what they were supposed to do for the audience. But I'm not quick to jump on that bandwagon when it come to brothers, because they'll cancel brothers in a minute.
Like Dave Chappelle,
but
they're really trying to cancel him.
I think for me, we don't even want to get on the Dave Chappelle thing.
Oh my God, really?
That's a whole nother mukbang.
Right.
But, because I'm a comedian, so nobody's off.
Yeah.
Everybody getting it. If your mother there in a wheelchair, she getting it. Everybody getting smacked. If you're a comedian, you come out on stage.
I feel sorry for comedians, not to digress.
Everybody getting smacked.
But I feel bad for comedians because Joy on The View made it really clear. She said they can't be free. I know we offend everybody. We're such a sensitive country.
Right.
Oh my God. We talk about dogs and black people,
everybody
white people, Asians, little people. Big people.
Right.
We're so sensitive. And comedians are like, okay.
And if you had a camera in everybody's house and everybody's car, all of y'all would be canceled.
Yeah.
Because
some of the stuff we say in private.
It don't matter who you are, you getting it.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to be racist or nothing.
Right. And
if I'm in a car and a guy with glasses cuts me off, I'm gonna talk about people with glasses. That's just what it is. So it has nothing to do with being prejudiced or racist or whatever.
But I was telling Kim,
you gonna get it.
Like one of the guys she loves is Howard Stern.
Oh yeah, y'all.
And Howard Stern is a bit controversial. If you either like him or you don't, you like some of him or you don't. But he has a very big following, and I know there's power in numbers. And he even moved to another platform, right, where they can't touch him.
Well, they still try to cancel.
They're still trying to cancel him, but he's such a big name.
But you
and
can't
have a big
cancel.
Following, so that's hard to do.
You can't cancel a comedian that offends people when you know he offends people.
Yes,
it's different. I feel like it's different if you go to a comedian that's a safe comedian,
right?
And then he get up there and he start cussing and doing everything and talking about everybody and blah, blah. That's different because he didn't have that persona.
Right.
He didn't put that out there that he's that type of comedian.
That's not how he normally,
But if you go to a Dave Chappelle concert or you watch Dave Chappelle, that he's an equal opportunity offender. He called women bitches through the whole thing. I ain't hear no women say nothing about him being called a bitch.
Right.
I mean, he talk about everybody.
He does. He's a equal opportunity.
If you look at the show, this dude did a skit as Kunta Kinte being beat on a tree, and then when they said cut, he was like the regular actor. Hey y'all, what you doing? Laughing and stuff. And then when they said okay, action, and he went back on the tree and went back to being beat again. Dave Chappelle is an equal opportunity.
Right.
The one with the KKK, and he was, what was Otis?
Yeah.
Or Cleotis or something.
The one that don't know he's black.
The one that didn't know he was black.
He didn't know he was a black man.
I hate black people.
And you look
I
at
hate
him
niggas.
He a black man that's saying
I hate and then he took his hood off, and the audience was like,
they were like, oh my God.
Then the best part was he was married to a white woman, and they came back to do a update on him, and they said, "Where's your wife?" He said, "I divorced her," and they said, "Why?" Because I don't like nigger lovers.
Oh no!
That is
because she was one.
If you didn't get offended by that, ain't nothing you gonna get offended by.
And I have been
with Dave Chappelle.
When we travel across the country, I know one thing when we went to Europe in Paris, and I remember this comment from one of the people that lived there. They was kind of dogging out America, and they was saying,
they can't stand America.
They said you guys are sensitive. Everything is so, and as far as like a lot of their billboards had nudity.
It's nudity right on the billboard.
Cover your kids' eyes.
I was like, dang,
they really free. They're really free.
They got a billboard. They have billboards, lady sitting there with a drink, butt naked. I was like, that could never be in America.
That would offend our country. But that was one of the things we had to think about. We are sensitive. I remember the episode on The View. Now, if y'all don't know black people, and most black people, I'm not going to say all black people, we love cracking. and your mama jokes.
Yeah.
We're free with that. And those who not free, they'll let you know.
It's part of the culture.
I don't like cracking.
It's
Okay,
part of
we'll
the
leave
culture.
them alone.
It's part of the culture.
Most of us are.
If you got a big head all through your life,
like,
you was
girl,
told
you got a big
everybody cracked on your head.
And some people
That
are
was
uncomfortable with that. So if you're with people who like to crack and throw, they call it throwing shade.
Right.
We look at them like, really?
Yeah.
Your feelings is hurt because she said fat girl or fluffy girl or whatever. So one of the comments that was made on The View when Barbara from the Shark Tank.
Oh, yeah.
She that was a good crack on Whoopi. And Whoopi just kind of looked like...
They was talking about what, pants or something?
Whoopi, because I think there was a person on there who had created some jeans. And there was a style of jeans, and I think Whoopi said, y'all got in my size? And the lady said, yeah, we go to all sizes, full sizes. Well, Whoopi said, well, I don't know if you got them for me or I don't want them or something. And Barbara said, well, you can send them to me and I'll make 2 pair out of them and whatever. People
or take one of Whoopi's and make 2 pair out of them.
Take one of her pair, and that was funny. That was a good crack.
Right.
2 pair of jeans. That was a good.
And then
Barbara.
what's her name said what?
Cancel her
and
from
then
Shark Tank.
And then the other lady said, well, you wear the same dress all the time or something.
She cracked on her.
Yeah.
And everybody was just laughing, but she got letters, she got hate mail.
They was trying to cancel her.
So I was saying, we're in such a big cancel culture now that you have to walk on eggshells, even as a comedian.
And if you don't like, my whole thing was, it's not mandatory watch. So if you don't like Dave Chappelle, why are you watching his Netflix?
Turn
why are you
channel.
watching it?
Yes.
Don't watch it. If you don't like his sense of humor, you think he's offensive, or I used to watch Andrew Dice Clay, but then I was like, he's
not funny.
I'm bored with Andrew Dice,
he's
so
not funny.
I don't go to Andrew Dice Clay's show.
Right.
I don't watch Andrew Dice Clay, but then I'm part of the Stern Nation. So I love Howard Stern, and Howard Stern offends everybody. So I don't know. You could go either way with it, but
and choose. I guess you eat the meat and spit the bones.
I don't know
out.
how we got on that because we was talking about what's his name.
Well, that got you excited because you like talking about comedy and comedians.
Oh, but anyway, I was saying with Travis Scott, the whole thing I had posted about. I felt like that concert was demonic, and I felt like this is the thing I feel like with kids. And nobody's saying you can't go and have fun or whatever. But a lot of times kids do things because they trying to be funny or they trying to like be different or they really doing a lot of stuff to piss y'all off. That's the older generation. Seriously.
Right.
A lot of stuff that they do. Because think about when we was young. A lot of stuff we did because we knew we was going to get attention or we knew the older people was going to be mad about it or something. It was just to ruffle their feathers. So I feel like a lot of stuff that Travis does, I don't feel like he thinks in his mind like, oh, I'm serving the devil or I'm being demonic or I think they think it's a joke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to fly in on a bat. Like, he flew in on a dragon or something on the thing. It wasn't really him. It was like the image of him. And then, like, the shirt saying, see you on the other side. And he just had a whole bunch of imagery throughout that whole concert. I felt like, I know that the devil is real. And I know that demons are real. So I feel like what you think is a joke, it's real to them. So you telling me to come, I'm going to show up. That's how I feel. Like, if I'm a demon and you like conjuring me up, I'm going to be like, let's see what's going on.
And cause some chaos.
I'm be like, let's go to this concert.
We like confusion. We like causing stuff.
Because how can people jump up and down on top of people?
Of a body.
That ain't even human.
That means you're not thinking. There's some going on spiritually.
There's nothing about Travis.
There's no connection with you and the human.
There's nothing about Travis Scott, I'm sorry, that will cause anybody to jump up and down on top of groups of people.
That there's something else was going on in these kids.
This dude is not Michael Jackson. I'm sorry. He ain't Prince. Not to say that it's right, but you would understand people falling out and all of that over Michael Jackson.
Didn't you say that
but Travis Scott.
But didn't you say was there a special appearance by Drake?
Drake came out, so I
caused the crowd to stir up.
I can see people
Drake
like
is a more popular
I can see some girls or whatever fainting over Drake, but not enough to where you hear the stories of people saying like they were literally like groups of people on the ground.
Wow.
And people was like stepping on them.
Like they was just not
like
there.
They wasn't even. And then this one dude, he said he was down there and he knew he was gonna die. And he just called on Jesus and said he accepted the Lord as his Savior.
Really?
And then he said he just felt like when he did that, there was like, he had a burst of energy. Oh. And it was like his mind became clear and he started like telling people like what to do around him, and they started listening. Oh. He said before that they wasn't listening. They was all on the ground.
So
and
people
had
the time to tell his story.
He told his story. He lived. He said he just started telling people, "Hey, dude, pick her up." Because he said he was like the third or fourth person underneath. Oh, so he started telling people, they was trying to pull him and they couldn't get him because it was like 5 or 6 other people on him. So he was like telling people like, pick her up first, move her over there, then pick them up. And he said, and they was listening. But before he called on the name of Jesus, he said they wasn't listening. They was in a whole nother thing. Wow. So I just feel like, I'm not trying to say, because I know sometimes Christians go overboard with connecting. Everything is a spirit. Right. Everything is a devil. Mm-hmm. Everything is not the devil. Everything is not spirit. Everything, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some things is just in the earth. If you jump off of a mountain, gravity gonna take you down. That ain't got nothing to do with a demon or a spirit or whatever. Mm-hmm. If I go and get a knife and stab myself, I'm stabbing myself. Ain't nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying?
They're probably thinking that you're not thinking rational. You're not. There's some mental concerns there, which could be a spiritual thing too.
Right.
Operating,
sometimes
manipulating you or enticing you to kill yourself or to.
But I don't believe all mental is spirit. No. I believe that there are some people who have mental issues because of chemical imbalances and different things like that in their body. Everything is not spiritual. That's me. That's what I believe. Now you may not believe that. Okay. That's what I believe. Okay. So I feel like in that concert, I don't think in his mind he was thinking, "Oh, I'm conjuring up spirits and demons."
He was trying to excite the crowd,
he was trying to excite the crowd,
rush, run to the stage,
and stay with his same kind of revolt type of anti-establishment type of, because that's Travis Scott, like anti-establishment type of person.
But knowing that, because I Googled him, like I said, I just learned who he was. Mm-hmm. I Googled him, and I know he was arrested at one year, and he's had issues in other concerts. With that being said, if you know somebody's track record, and they're coming to your city, police officers, anybody who does security, they can't tell you no, you can't be involved in how the crowd's going to be operated. It's almost like they're giving
you enter at your own risk.
Yeah, but
if you go to a Travis Scott concert,
that's sad to say though.
It's almost like you enter at why would people have kids at a Travis Scott concert?
Like the boy fell off the one that fell off his dad's shoulder.
was looking at the video, and this one lady had this poor dog. She had her dog.
Oh my!
Can you imagine that dog doing all that? This was like,
he probably got stepped on too.
This was like that dog was probably like, what the hell? As he being lifted up.
Well, he wasn't a pit bull. A pit bull would be a little bit more.
It was like a little poodle. A pit bull would have been. I would have had my pit bull. Man, if I would have been in that concert, I had a pit bull.
You let him go.
No, that sucker going. He clearing the crowd. I'm saying, I'm holding him up. If I had Robert's dog, my cousin Robert's dog, I'll pick him up and I'll be. He be chopping people's heads off as I'm going out.
Getting out your way, they like, you ain't biting me.
This one dude, he said he was 200. He's 200 some pounds, 6 feet or something. He said he ain't had no problems because he was just pushing people out the way.
Thick.
Yeah. So I felt like, I don't know, because I'm heavy, but I'm not in shape like that.
Not strong like that.
We would have been dead. We would have been dead on arrival.
I felt that
I would have been dead, period, because I wouldn't have been able to breathe.
But I was just telling Kim, I said, if he's known for doing this in concerts, and you may have a rowdy group of people, plus you got Drake coming on like, hey.
They didn't know Drake. They didn't know Drake was coming.
The crowd gonna push again to come. I remember when they showed, what's that show that I was saying when they were showing in the 70s? It was like a black version of the Woodstock. It was in Harlem.
Yeah. What's his name did a Netflix.
That Harlem concert they had, that was how many days?
They was pushing people in.
They actually stopped the concert and said to the crowd, we not continuing. Right.
And I think that might have been the issue that people had with Travis, is that he didn't stop.
Yeah.
It was like, Dude, people holding their hands, they ain't waving their hands in the air like they just don't care. Right. They waving their hands in the air because they can't put it down on their side. Ooh. This dude thinking people got their hands up in the air because of him. Waving like they like, wave, put your hands in the air. Once your hand this dude was like, dude, once we walked in, your hand was up.
Tell them what's her name, Tatiana? What was her name?
What's her name? She did a concert and stopped the concert recently. And said, because this girl was leaning on the fence or the gate or something. And she stopped the whole concert and was like, you okay? See, that's what I'm saying. We can't do that. Like, I'm going to a concert. Right? That's
going too far. One little lady in the front row. Stop the concert.
I'm going to a Bruno Mars concert and some lady sit down or something. You all right? Stop. Everybody, stop everybody. Stop everything.
Far, I think.
Are you okay? To the ladies. Come on, man.
I just had to sit. I'm got a little out of breath. I'm okay.
No, I think people still gonna go to concerts, but I think they gonna examine the way, because they kind of had them boxed in. Yeah. They had like this big thing in the middle that Kylie Jenner was sitting in.
Outdoor thing?
It was outdoor, but they had them boxed in. You can't box people in no concert like that.
I said if there's a way to do it. Outdoors is a hard thing because you don't have the chairs.
No, you just outdoors. But I'm saying
outdoors, so your space is like on
no, not if you don't box people in.
But
they
box
not
going to follow that. That's why you do better with concerts with chairs because you
when we went
to be row by row.
But you know what? When we went to that Nelly concert, remember they
rushed the stage.
But there was like a section that you couldn't. Well, no, because he had that too. People jumped that section, man.
Yeah, because the aisles were clear, and people from the balconies even came in, and people that from that back wall.
Yeah, you don't.
So everybody rushed the stage.
It doesn't matter if you have
you can't get out even if you're in a row.
TLC came out and everybody rushed it. You can't have. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying.
I guess so.
It doesn't matter.
Well, security usually gives so many feet.
Man, did you see the video on the security at that concert, the Travis concert?
No.
These dudes was not real security guards. These was dudes
they just hired real young.
These was dudes they hired from the streets of Houston.
Ooh.
These dudes was picking up people and throwing them.
Are you kidding? What do you mean? What do you mean throwing them?
They was literally picking up people and throwing them like across the thing. And the people would get up and run, keep going.
They like that.
They like it.
Like when you throw your body into the crowd and picking you up like, yeah.
The security guards was like, y'all crazy. And see, they was picking people up and throwing them.
No.
And the dudes was like, yeah.
And they love that's wrong. See, if you got that kind of audience.
But that was before Travis. So if you knew you had that kind of audience before, imagine what they gonna do once they get in there.
Oh gosh.
So I don't know.
That's a tough one. I know he's going to have to pay a lot of money.
Yeah. But again, I told you, I'm watching that whole thing with the cancel culture. I'm not into cancel culture.
Yeah.
And
I'm not.
I really watch when they blacked out. Because they quick to cancel
I'm
brothers.
not going to say I'm not into it, but because we had a hard time canceling our last president, really.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
our last
so big. That's why I'm like,
how insulting was he? Nobody canceled him.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, when I'm telling you, it's easy to cancel people when they brown. That's all I'm saying. And I know people don't like when you put race on it and all of that, but ain't nobody been canceled from January 6th.
Look at the statistics.
Storming the Capitol. Ain't nobody canceled, none of them.
None of the politicians who even agreed with it.
None of them been canceled. No. So I'm quick on, we're not just going to be canceling brothers left and right.
But I'm just speaking as a country in general. It's just our sensitivity level is just so high. We need to really use wisdom. Like, really, this is offending you? And that's one of the things David Chappelle was saying. We're quick on the fact that we are overlooking the things that are really important that should have offended us. And that's what he was trying to say.
Because you're so offended by everything that when something is and someone is really offensive, nobody listens. Because it's like, what you offended for now? This man cut somebody's head off in the middle of the street and walked down with it. So what? What's the big deal? Because you're offended by everything, nobody really listens to.
Like the little boy cried wolf.
Yeah.
But you're listening to the fact that the man kicked his dog. Oh wow! But he
I wouldn't like that if somebody kicked their dog.
No, in comparison to the man who raped the kids.
Oh, I don't like that either.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't like
that we pick and choose.
That's true.
We always choosing, what things.
That's true. But you're not gonna cancel somebody because they kicked their dog. You know what I'm
Unless
saying?
he's a black man.
If you a black man and you kick your dog
What happened to
on film, you might as well go
What's
on.
the football player that got? Oh my God, they cut him up for being a part of them dog fights.
Oh, you talking about Mike Vick, I
Michael
love.
Vick, yeah.
But that dude was.
Well, we there's some truth to a lot of it.
But he served his time, and
you paid the price. You said you're sorry. You paid the money.
He was dog fighting.
Yeah, and a lot of people are doing that. They're doing roosters or cocks, whatever. All kinds of illegal stuff going on.
Well,
until you find them out. So.
It's just so much stuff, which leads us to we will have a YouTube channel where we will do stuff, probably more formally, talk about things, whatever is going on or whatever. It will be the Woods Report. So you'll be able to tune in on YouTube. I have another YouTube channel that I have. I do children's books. And I read them voiceover and with my own spin on it. So y'all know that's going to be funny and off the hook. And then, what else? We got my hair product still that I'm testing out. That's coming out. So we got a couple of things that we're going to do. On my Woods Report, we're going to do like topics. And then I think I'm going to also talk about some of the stuff I talk about on my page that I can go more in detail with, like crypto.
Right.
And,
you have a section to talk about.
Yeah.
A lot of people are getting into that crypto.
And then like just how to do like in case of emergencies or something, like how to prepping and things like that, and the things that interest us and that might interest you, that'll be on the Woods Report. So other than that, going back to Dr. Michelle's baked spaghetti, I finished mine. So
I'm still eating mine.
So 1 out of 5. What do you give it?
4.
Really? That's a good number.
4.
Okay.
Because even as I'm eating it, it was like there were areas where it was a little over seasoned, but still it blended in well. So there's other parts of it that wasn't as over seasoned. So I'm thinking maybe that salt or whatever you put on there hit a main area mainly and didn't spread around.
So for me, I would say a 3.
Okay.
Because it's over seasoned, but it's still good. I would have gave it a 1 if it wasn't good.
Is this spinach that she got in here?
I don't know. She's trying to make us eat spinach. We eat spinach.
That's a good way, because that's what they say how to make kids eat the vegetables is just blending in with things.
Oh, okay.
So I recognized it was either spinach. It has to be spinach.
Oh, okay. So so I apologize. This Woods Report wasn't really funny. It ain't a lot of funny stuff going on in the world right now. And some people so sensitive, I guess, if you are funny on something.
You may offend somebody.
You may offend
like
people.
Dave Chappelle.
You know, I don't give 2 rats. So when I want to be funny, I'm going to be funny. If you get offended, I'm sorry. You're just going to get offended. But, it is what it is. But that is our give and take on, or our give feedback on Dr. Michelle's baked spaghetti. I said I give it a 3. You give it a 4. And our only criticism was that the over season.
That's it.
Other than that, it was good.
Okay.
Right?
So baking, I'm thinking as far as someone baking.
She probably has to tell us how she did that.
What would be when people do it on the top versus the bacon in the oven?
I don't know.
I'm wondering if
maybe an oven thing is like all one type of skillet type of thing. So you just do it all in one.
Lasagna or something.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.